Hi, creative friends. This is Sreya, and thank you so much for being here. So, this is going to be part two of creating first layers using collage. And I've allowed everything to dry. I'm going to bring this up closer here. Now, I know that sometimes people don't like all these crinkles and different things that can happen when you lay down collage, but I actually love them. Now, I don't like air bubbles, so I try to make sure that there aren't any air bubbles trapped underneath the collage. But I love all these little crinkles and irregularities that can happen. And I just think it adds so much interest and texture to the page. So what I have done is I have laid out a couple of colors here. I went with a very bright yellow, and this is my Dick Blick Basics, and it's, let me see what color it is. It's a Cad Yellow Deep. And I have an ultramarine blue. And I also think I'm going to use my magenta, and it's a Liquitex ink. And I have my chalk paint in cashew. And yeah, let's just go from there. Now, I still consider this to be my first layer because I have a lot of the white showing through. So the first thing I am going to do is just go in with my yellow, and I just want to brighten up this yellow because I'm really loving the vibrancy that this yellow has, but I want it to be like a more, even more vibrant, even more, deeper and stronger. And I am going to add some of the cashew because that's going to lend some variation. So I'm just going to mix that up there. And then it's going to just give some variation to the yellow. So that way it's not a flat color field, but it just has some interest. And sometimes I just love doing that, where like sometimes you want a flat color field and then sometimes you want there to be some interest. So, and this is very watered down here. So over here it's thick and over here it's watered down. So that's another way you can add some just interest to your page. And now what I'm going to do is drop some of this magenta like so, and just see what happens. Just like be curious about like, where is this going to go? What is this going to do? I just think that's really going to like lift this up. So a lot of times what I will do to get my color inspiration is I will look at Indian fabrics because I just absolutely love the color combinations. Like a lot of times I'll think like there's no way that these colors are going to actually go together. But then I'll see it on an Indian sari or, an Indian outfit, and it just amazes me at how, you know, say these two or three colors will go together in such a flawless way. Like I could never conceive of that. I could never even think about, adding those colors together, but then I'll see them in that way and I'll be like, wow. And it's not just the color um, combination, but it's also the proportions of the colors. That's the big thing. So you can look at different things that inspire you. Maybe it's like a particular artist who you love their paintings and you can draw your color inspiration from that. Or maybe there's certain textiles that you like, maybe, I don't know, Moroccan textiles or um, Italian textiles, or I'm just making this up, but you get my point. Like, just find out what inspires you and then just really look at the color combinations. and, try that out in your art. I love doing that. And another thing I love to do is to get a color combination that I love that's inspired by, say, an Indian sari, but then I'll like balance it out with, say, the grays that I love in Cezanne's work. And, because that's just a part of me. Like I have those two parts of me, the East and the West. So I try to like, combine things in new ways as well. So, just play and experiment when it comes to the sense of, what you like for color. And not just color, but, shapes and patterns and composition, everything really. So now I can see that like I am completely covering up all of the white here. And what I want to do here, so I have this orange pattern and I'm going to put an overlay, I think, of the yellow. So I'm just going to make it like really watered down. So as you can see, this does look like a big mess, a big juicy mess, which I love. So, you know what? I can add some of this ultramarine blue here. So as you can see, a lot of the collage is still showing through. Like I haven't covered it up completely. Like over here, you can still see the collage over here, you know, but the collage did highly influence my paint colors and my lines, my marks. So when you lay down collage as your first layer, it is going to influence everything that you do after that. And so it's such a perfect way to experiment, to learn what you like, what you're drawn to, etc. So I think this is done, and I am going to allow this to completely dry. So this is the end of my creating first layers using collage. And if you've watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.